Hey guys, in this episode, we are going to talk to you about how we can create a buyer persona. How you can solve so many problems which a lot of startups face, and they just go away just by doing this one thing, that is creating a buyer's persona. So let's dive into it. The first thing is to understand what is a buyer's persona. Let me tell you a real story of myself when I started my business of advertising agency. So when we started, what happened is, people came to us and, we offered them a particular service, and then they wanted a customized version of this service. That's all right. We are a startup and we wanted all the customers we could get. So we said, we will customize whatever offerings we are giving, we will customize them. No problem. And then the second customer came and they again asked for some kind of customization. And the third customer came, they again asked for additional some services, and they asked that, some of the services which we were offering, they did not want it. See, customizing service in a service industry is all right, but customizing the complete offering, that changing what you wanted, what you started the business with, is sometimes tricky. Why? Because my sales team got confused who to sell. What are we actually selling? What actually to pitch? My delivery team got confused because all the clients were different and they wanted different quality, different everything. So we were, a confused company, and that really hampered our growth. That really hampered our growth. And so we decided to create a persona. So how did we create a persona? A persona is a semi-fictional character. What we did is we took interviews of all of our existing clients, and by doing that, we created a list of each client, whatever we wanted to ask them, and then we wrote them in Excel sheet, and then took out all the common characteristics of all the clients which we liked. So they were all the people who were our existing client. We took interviews and then took out some common characteristics of the clients which we liked, and then we created, out of these common characteristics, we created a fictional characters. But why am I saying semi-fictional? Is because it's actually not fictional, completely fictional. It is based on market research of already existing and real customers. That's why it's absolutely not completely fictional, it's semi-fictional. And we also gave it a name. Everything was, like a person. We also gave it a photograph, a fictional photograph. It was not a cartoon, it was a human photograph which resembled our ideal client. So we even gave it a photograph, we even gave it a name, we wrote some paragraphs about his life, and then also wrote some, in tabular format, what all the characteristics which we wanted to cater to. And then what happened? Everything changed. I'll tell you how everything changed for me, and then in the end of this video, I'll tell you how everything is going to change for you, because we'll be able to create a persona for your business, for your idea, which you want to pursue in the future for your startup. So how everything changed for me is like this. First of all, my full company, be it sales team, customer support team, product delivery team, everybody got on the same page. Everybody knew who are we selling to, what are we selling exactly, and what is the level of commitment we want to keep, what is the level of service we want to keep. Everything everybody knew, and there was complete, symmetry in the knowledge of everybody, of every department in our company. Second, it became so easy for us to target customers because we exactly knew who we are targeting. Now, there's a difference between a target market and a persona. What is the differences? In target market, which we are already saying, it's a plural, right? So it's a bunch of many people. It's a group of a lot of people. But in persona, what we are saying, it's not a group of people. What we are saying, it's one person. Out of all the group of people, we have created one person. Now I only have to market to this one person. By marketing to only this one person, what is happening is I'm marketing actually to everybody who has these characteristics, and I'm leaving, by the way, everybody who does not has these characteristics which I have written in my persona. So you'll say, why are you leaving business? See, the thing is, by leaving a lot of businesses, you are very focused towards what you are, who you are targeting to, and by being very focused towards who you are targeting to, you solve a lot of other problems. Let's see how. You stop wasting marketing money. You stop wasting a lot of marketing money which you would be spending all around, and you are only focusing towards one type of customer. And then, because you're spending a lot of your effort, everything, all your money towards one thing, you get it. I'll tell you an example also. Do you know what is a chiropractor? A chiropractor is a doctor who takes care of the whole spine, a complete spine. So the spine starts from almost here, then the neck, shoulder, back, upper back, lower, middle back, low back, everything. They take care of the back, complete back. So there was a consulting client of us. He asked you, what should you do, because there was a lot of chiropractors in his area. So what we suggested him is that he should become the expert of neck. He was also very furious with us. He said that he's giving us a lot of money for consulting, and what we are asking him to do is leave 50% of his clients. A lot of people had problems in their back also, and we were asking him only to focus on neck. But he realized that what we were saying was correct, and then he implemented the strategy. And what happened in the end is, everybody, there was him and there were all other doctors. All other chiropractors were focusing and marketing to all the people who had any problem in the whole back, whole spinal cord. And he was only marketing towards anybody who has problem in the neck. So what happened is, everybody else's neck clients all came to our client because he was portraying himself as an expert of neck. I understand that all the other people went away, but when all the people who had problems in neck came to our client, he could also pitch them that he is an expert of neck, but he also takes care of the complete spinal cord, and that was an upsell for him. That way we were able to portray him as an expert, and he was able to grow his business exponentially because of that. So this is how you save a lot of marketing money, by creating a persona. The next benefit of creating a persona is training the sales team becomes very easy. Why? Because while taking the interview, we come to know about the intricacies and the personal life, the emotional problems of the customers we are trying to target. So when our sales team targets, calls, or meets the potential client, they are able to say the things which strike directly into the hearts of our target customers. This is how the sales team is able to sell very easily. You are able to make the emails perfectly targeted towards the customer who you want to target to. The website design strategy. See, a lot of customers have different types of ways of looking to a website. Some people like a cluttered website. Some people like bling bling. Some people like a very clean website. How do we know who if you want to cater to all the people, you would not be able to have a single strategy for your website. But if you have a persona and you want to cater to this particular persona, you can definitely have one particular strategy for your website. Now here's the fun part. It is not necessary to have only one persona. You can have 2 or 3 personas also, but you should not have like 10-15 personas. Keep it down, keep it to a lower number, so that you are able to focus much more. If you have like 10 or 15 personas, it would be the same thing as having no persona, because you will be spending all your money towards 15 or 20 different types of advertisements, or 15 or different types of content strategy, and you would not be able to go anywhere actually. So keep it down, 1 or 2, maximum is 3 personas. If you have, then You can train your sales team. You can have a different type of content strategy or website strategy for this particular type of persona. For another type of persona, you can have a different content strategy, write different types of content. Let's say you're an advertising agency, you can or let's say you're a co-working space like Hustle Co-work. So you can have different content strategy for freelancers and different strategy for tech companies, and a different strategy for maybe night processes who work in night to so that they can work for a different country. So you can have different content strategy and website strategy, and then you can have different types of a focus strategy towards customer support. You can know by taking the interviews of the people and understanding who are they. You can always understand that how they want the support to them, how they want the company they are dealing with to support them. They want phone support, they want immediate support, they want email support. They're okay in that. They're good in chat support. They want immediate support, but they're okay if you chat and not call. So you know all these things, so you are able to focus your energies towards the correct processes. Future product development. If you know about your customers, you're already selling to them, you already have a relationship with them. And now, because you already have a relationship with them, what you can do is you can ask them what else you want, and they'll tell you. They'll tell you what they want, or what enhancements or what new features they want in the existing product. They will tell you, and then you can create new products. You can have easy pathway, a roadmap to creating new products and new services, or adding new features to the existing services. And finally, what helped us is product delivery channel. So I was consulting a education company, and we found out that the customers were okay in online rather than coming physically, because the customers were coming from different states of India rather than coming only from the location where the client was present. So that's why we asked the customer to focus more of their energy to online, and we decreased slowly the energy and the money they were spending on the physical location. By doing this, lot of people, lot of potential clients who were coming from different states were able to enroll into the courses of this client, and they were saving a lot of money because they did not need a physical location in a very posh area, a very visible area. They could just have a back office, and they were able to work from there. So that's how they saved money and still got a lot of growth through the client. So this all happened because of one thing and one thing alone. That is creating a buyer's persona for your business, for your product. Now, let's dive into how to create a buyer's persona. Well, what you do is basically take interviews of your existing clients. That's simple. Then, after taking interviews of the existing client, you listen to each of the interviews and write down in Excel sheet what you learned from them. Learn from each interview. And then you keep on taking interviews. And how many interviews should you take? The number of interviews is variable, but how to understand that you have arrived at a good persona? See, number one point is, a persona would never be perfect. You will keep on adding. You will keep on adding a little bit, tweaking a little bit. You will come to know about the customer more and more as you keep on working, and as you gain experience, and as you gain the maturity with the product and the industry. So this is a continuous process. This is not a one-time process, but one-time process also can happen, that we can reach to a level that it's quite good, and it's a like 80% of perfect, like that kind of a persona you can reach. So how many interviews should you take in order to reach this particular level? The answer is the number of interviews when you are able to predict what the next person is going to say. So if you took 10 interviews and you're able to predict what is the 11th person going to say, most of it you are able to predict, then you have arrived. Maybe this process takes 10 interviews, 5 interviews, or it may take hundreds of interviews. Now it's up to you how many interviews you want to take. So because you want a cumulative kind of thing. The second thing I want to tell you, that how many interviews you should take is, before you should also consider what is the persona you want to cater to. I always take two different types of interviews, that is negative persona and positive persona. I know some of the clients I don't like. I don't want them. I don't want them sucking energy from me, because I want to give all my energy to the clients I love working with, and so that I can give better services to them and we can grow even further. This is what I want. But taking the negative persona, I have to understand that these are the people I don't want. So I make two personas, and then I make sure that my marketing, my website, everything has qualifying questions and qualifying elements, so that negative people who I did not want, by the way, they are not bad people, I just don't want to cater to them. That's it. So all of my marketing strategy, all of my website strategy is created in such a way that these people, the negative persona, all of them are filtered out, and I don't we don't take them as clients. And even if somebody comes up, then we ask them we politely that we are not able to cater to you, and it's a mutual kind of thing, and we can ask them that we can refer you to somebody else who can better cater to you. So we only want to keep to the clients which we really love to cater to. So that's how we make two types of persona, positive and negative. Let's get down to what are the questions you can ask while making a persona. So here are the questions which you can ask to create a persona. First types of questions are demographics. What are demographics? Demographics are like name, gender, age, where are they from, and where are they living right now? What is the family format? Like, are they living in a joint family, or are they living alone? Are they living like in a PG, like a paying guest, or they're living in a hostel, or they're living in a co-living space, or they're living in a flat and they're living alone? Are they living with their partner? Are they married? Things like that. Size of the organization, maybe if you're dealing with the B2B, then size of the organization is also very important. The second types of questions are the roles. The roles are, what is their role right now? What are they trying to do? What are they trying to achieve? That's the role. Maybe in the company they are head of marketing, if you're talking about B2B, or individual customers also have roles. They have role as a parent. When you're surveying in the context of parenting, it's maybe it's a role of a father they are trying to do. So who are they reporting to? B2B, or who is their accountability partner? Accountability partner is somebody who they talk to and who they expect that this person is going to tell us, why are you not able to do this, why are you not doing this. Somebody who is accountable, who they feel is going to tell them the truth and hold them accountable. So we need to know who is their accountability partner. Let's say sometimes kids tell to their parents, spouses tell each other, maybe some people have best friends, some people have elders who they want to tell everything, and then they ask for support. So if you know this, you can direct your marketing towards those people, especially like something when a person who's taking the product or service is different, and the person paying the money is different. Like student is paying pursuing a course, but father is actually paying the money. That way you should know who is the accountability partner. Duties. What are the duties right now they are trying to do? Skills required for these duties. Maybe we can have content based on what are the skills required for their duties, and then we can sell our product, because they'll be typing on the internet, they'll be trying to find out what are the duties, how they can perform these duties, and by searching them you can slowly and laterally sell your product through that. Measurement of the success. How do they measure the success? It's very important because we want them to be successful. If they are not successful, our product is a failure. So we want to know what is their level, how do they measure success, and by that we can tweak our product. Maybe we can tweak our customer support through that, keeping that in mind, and then go forward. What are the tools they use in order to perform their role and their duties? Why tools? Again, see, if you know the tools they are using, you know what are the tools they are missing. And if you know what are the tools they're using, you can probably help them through content that these tools work, how to on these tools, how to kind of guides on these tools you can make, so that they become good in these tools. And because they become good in these tools because of your content, so they trust you, and then you can sell your product like that. What was their role before the current role? And what motivates them? What motivates them in life? What motivates them to do this particular job? What motivates them emotionally or financially? If we know this, we can definitely target much more focused, in much more focused way, because we know about this customer. We know what are his feelings, what are his inner thoughts. That's what is all important about. Next, what are the goals? What are his present goals? See, these are the things. What are the present goals? What success means to this person? Some people, for some products, what happens is there's no success. They feel that it's good enough product, okay to have product. It's not a necessary product. For these products, you'll have to understand that if the success does not means a lot to this person, then we'll have to market these people in a different manner. If the product is such, that it is solving a very grave problem for our customer, then we can take this point into account, that success means a lot to them in this particular problem solving, and therefore we can market in a way that this product solves this problem, and therefore you should buy it, like that. What are the challenges they are facing right now, and what are the problems they want solved? So all these questions: what are the goals, what is the meaning of the success, what are the challenges, and what are the problems solved? We want to know what are the personal, financial, and emotional, all of them. Like, what are the personal goals, what are the financial goals, what are the emotional goals? What is success means personally, financially, emotionally? What are the challenges, personal challenges, financial challenges, and emotional challenges? And what are the problems they want solved personally, financially, and emotionally? All these things, if we are able to know. See, these are a lot of questions. We want to know as much as possible about our customer. You may not be able to know all of this in one go. That's okay. You just keep on doing it. It's called progressively profiling. So you keep on doing it and create a profile. You don't have to ask all the questions in one go if that's what you're worried about. But I do it in one go. I ask them, could you please help me out? I want to improve our service, and for that I just wanted to ask you some questions. Are you okay? So generally all the people who have given service to and I have good relationships with, they say yes, please ask. And then I record. For recording, I ask them their permission. So I don't want to write right now. Can I record and write afterwards? You don't have to worry about the recording. It's private. It's going to be on my phone. And I just record it on my iPhone, and then I listen to it afterwards. But I make sure that the recordings are really private, because a lot of people share a lot of private things while they're talking like this. Because see, we are asking a lot of private things here. So you can also do this. Communication and new information. How do they find new vendors if they have a problem and they wanted some product or some service? How do they find? And what are the key phrase question? What do I mean by key phrase question is, when I want to find something, I actually have a question in my mind. Even though I'm not searching on the internet, I still have a question in my mind. I want to solve this, I want to do this. Where will I find this? Some kind of question in my mind. So if they can tell you this question, that question, you can have a strategy offline or online. Anyways, search is search. Online has just made it easy for us to target, but search is search. You can always search offline or search online, it's the same thing. Ways to communicate. What are the ways they like to communicate with the vendors? Is it over the phone, face to face? They want to call the vendor to their office, or they want to go to their shop or their office? How do they want to communicate? This is very important for us in order to give them a proper service. Okay, you can also ask them to describe the most recent purchase they made. Sometimes when I ask questions, people try to make up answers. That's why I ask these questions that, what did you purchase, lately? So some people say like a laptop or a phone. So I said, what was the process? So they tell us, I was searching and then I went to the store and then I saw the phone and then I asked my friends about it and then finally I purchased on Amazon. So this is the journey, right? So I asked them in detail what is the journey, because I want to understand who. See, I come to know that they are trusting their friends. I wanted to know already who is their accountability partner, who they want to trust. So they're trusting their friends. They search on internet, so that means the new information they're getting is through internet. And also they want to see and feel in the hand probably how the product looks. So that is demo, right? Or a trial maybe. They wanted a trial for that particular product. So I understand a lot of things by asking these questions. New information source. I asked them, how do you get new information about anything? Maybe it's the magazine, blogs they read, or somebody, they ask somebody for the information. They have a mentor, they have a guide, they read books, maybe they watch television, they watch something on the television, maybe they watch YouTube and follow somebody. Where do they get information from? So I want to know where are they getting information from, so that I can also be present at that particular intersection and give my information also. What is the biggest obstacle or objection they face while buying? So maybe this is a very product based or service based. So let's say real estate they're buying. So maybe they want to understand what are the things in the vicinity, and they don't want particular thing in the vicinity. Let's say they're buying a home and they don't want maybe let's say a liquor store near to their home, maybe that, or they want a school to be nearby their home, or they want a hospital to be nearby their home. So what are the things they're looking for when they're buying a new stuff? Content preferences. What are content preferences? They're looking for online content, written words they're liking, or they're liking audio they're liking, or they like video as you guys are watching. What is the content preferences? So if and you can also ask them what is the preference, like you like the video most and the images and then the words. You can also write down what they like most and what they like least, and form your content strategy according to that. That's going to be very helpful to you. Offline and online networks, like what are the social networks they are on? They spend most of their time on Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat, or offline networks like BNI, like Business Network India, or some other business network they are part of. So you can understand where you can be present, your representative can be present, in order to get more of this kind of a person. The last thing that you should know while you're taking the interview is the source of funding. Source of funding is very interesting. Why? Because let's say the person who's buying the product is the child, while the person who's paying for the product being purchased is the father. So now you have two customers, two target customers. You have to produce content strategy and website strategy for the student, for the child, as well as the father, because The buying decision maker is and the person who's paying the money is the father. So this becomes very interesting, and you should, if you know this about your customer, it's going to help you a lot. Now you understand, if we have all this information for a lot of people and then we accumulate them and take out what are the common factors and what are the factors which we love in them, and because of those common factors we love this client and we want to serve this client more and more, and we want to serve more of this type of client, so we can make a persona, and then we can easily do all of these things. Like, your full company is going to be on the same page, you have ease of targeting to the customer, the training of the sales team is going to be easy, website design strategy is going to be easy, content creation strategy is going to be easy, customer support, future product development, delivery channels, everything is going to become so easy. That is why I always say, create a persona, create a persona. If you have any questions related to your business on how to create persona, or what are the questions you can ask for your business, particular business you're not able to understand, ask me in the comments. I'll answer them, maybe in the comments, or maybe I'll make a new video, but do ask them. I love answering all your questions. Thanks for watching. See you in the next episode.